without breathing. Right? I mean, if we stop breathing, we die, simply put. And yet there's another awareness or science to it, and that has to do with emotions, okay? And when I say emotion, you think of love, connection, passion, fear, anger, grief, all of them. And yet, I'll give you a different definition. Emotion is just inner motion, okay? So emotion is, how is everything moving inside the body?
Yes.
And that's where the breathing comes in. So you can use the breathing to shift patterns in your emotional life, and therefore you automatically have what you want.
Can you give us some examples, JD? And we were talking before we came on air, we're using myself as an example of you can notice things about people's, let's say, personalities or how they feel just by a few seconds of seeing how they breathe. Is that correct?
That's absolutely
And how do you
correct.
notice that, and tell us more?
Okay, so I'll give you a generic opportunity first, and that is, and I could ask everybody out there, when somebody's depressed, okay, are they looking down or looking up?
Okay. Usually they'd be looking down.
Right.
Correct.
And so are their shoulders like strong here, or
slumped
are they
over?
also slumped over? Okay.
Yeah.
And the breathing, is it shallow or is it open and expansive?
Okay.
Okay. And if they're depressed, then it's very shallow. So that's an example of how our state or feeling shows up in the physical body. Okay. So when we're stressed out, we're focused on something, the body literally tends to contract. Okay, if we're relaxed and full of life and free and listening to Zach's music, we kind of do a like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So for example,
enjoy the moment then, huh?
yeah, we're more in the flow. So you could say the breathing is the music in the body.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, in particular, we have breathing patterns that reflect the patterns that we have in life. And so some people breathe more in the chest. Okay, this means they're in touch with their emotions. But if they're not, let's say, breathing deep, then they're not very grounded. Now what will happen is if you're very emotional but not grounded, you may get excited about something over here, you go, you get it, then something else comes, you come over here. But you can't actually be grounded enough to enjoy both and hold on to both. So people could take advantage of that situation. Okay? So you need to have both. On the other hand, let's say somebody's breathing deep, they're taking care of business, which is what this area here is about. They're getting the job done, and yet if they're not in touch with their heart and their connection and flow, they're not enjoying what they're doing. So that's another example. And literally there's every part of the body has an area where different emotions flow. So there's so much that...
so what are, we're in the studio here, like you said.